You gotta let me in my bag if I'm gonna get more. Okay. This is a stupid plan. Grab on like this is a stupid plan.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You don't need to see my face that big. I'm bored. It's 90 degrees outside. I'm sitting in the air conditioning. I ain't going nowhere. So I figured I'd set up a hangout, see if anybody stopped in. But until then, I'm going to drop my napkins for my pasta. was a good idea. I'm going to eat pasta and watch my own video, which is kind of a summary of this trip, or at least the first half of it. I left my house last August and have been wandering the country on my bike ever since then. And these are just some of the shots and things that I've seen in that time. It's been a beautiful,
all these different crazy drone things.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trip. And now I think this next leg should be really nice too. Let's shut me up because I don't want to hear me talk. Apparently nobody does. So Monday I leave, but tonight is my last night off until I go. So basically everything is semi-packed, or at least organized to go right on the bike. Battery's charged. Everything's ready. I just need I need it to be Sunday. I'm not really looking forward to another night in the old at the hospital, but at the same time, being that it's the last weekend, I'm sure it'll just fly by. Famous last words. I'm hoping that the next few days, I always think it always looks like I'm going to drive off the cliff, doesn't it? Hopefully in the next few days will be stunning. Well, at least the first few days. I've managed to make it work. I can go live. The audio won't be up to par. Can't do anything about it. But you know what? I can pull over and I can talk. Or I can go slow and I can talk. I have a few more ideas that I want to test. Something to work. I had a really good idea, but I just couldn't make it happen. I wasn't spending the money. But man, it bums me because I usually on my bike I have pretty good audio. I talked to my son, and we're gonna run Zoom, maybe. Like we'll set. He's gonna be my control room because he's off and he doesn't do anything anyway. He's just sitting there. So he's gonna run a control room out of Pennsylvania, and he's gonna start my live stream and then bring me in as a guest, and then mute himself and just kind of sit in the background. And so if I have to, I might do that. Although my son isn't dependable. Not even a little. So welcome to watching me eat. Sorry. I don't know what to do. I just feel like hanging out. And I don't feel like talking about drones, so I don't want to go listen to Ken Herring. Bird, or drone this, drone that. It just seems like everything I watch lately is just trying to sell me stuff or be stupid. No offense, Ken. I don't mean you're stupid, but it's comedy, and you're appealing to the stupid niche. And every generation gets a little stupider to make the stupid happy. And next thing you know, Trump. But I'll move on. I just want some fun. Just want to hang out and shoot the breeze, talk about stuff, take any input on where I should stop on the way home. All suggestions are welcome. I mean, I'm going to drive 3,500 miles back to my house on the bike next week. Right now, the plan is spend the first night in Boise, Idaho, with Val. Maybe if not with Val, but meet Val for dinner. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but whatever. The second night will be in Du Bois, Wyoming. Now, it's not any place special. Hey, Thomas. I am hanging out. I am just hanging out. by myself, and I figured I would find other people who are tired of drone talk and just want to hang out. So I brought it in. I set up a hangout. I played a video and ate pasta, and you're the first person to show. I might play another video. They're mine, so I don't know if I'll get hit for that, but I don't even care because I don't monetize. If you want to come in, you're more than welcome to. I am so not caring that I am going to just post the link in here. I mean, yeah, I made the last of my food. The last food I had was a half a box of pasta, and I mean, I have stuff that I'm taking to work with me the next day, but the last thing I had to cook. So I figured I'm always eating on other people's streams. Why not eat on my own? What I should be eating is duck because of the Streamlabs logo, but I've never eaten duck. I don't think I want to start now. What time is it there? It's late, right? Midnight? Ish? Oh no, it's later than that. So I was talking about my plans and my route home, and I'm going to eat steak along the way home. I just said the first night I was planning on staying in Du Bois, Idaho, which is where Val lives, and we're supposed to go out and eat meat. So, because she's that, super keto girl. So we're going to go to a steakhouse, and I'm going to eat some big slab of meat. So I'm good with the steak. I'll have the steaks Monday. And then Tuesday, I plan on being in a place called Du Bois, Wyoming, which is about 1,000 miles from here. So I'm putting on about just under 500 miles a day. And that place, when I looked at the different places in town, there's like 6 cowboy kind of steakhouses there. So I imagine one of them is going to be decent. So I might just eat steak every night and just die. Night 3, there will be no steak. Night 3 will be me sitting outside of Devil's Tower in the dark by myself, trying not to get eaten. And I'm so delicious. Mm-hmm. I can hear you. What are you doing? Why are you awake? Maybe if I type, you'll get the message faster. Yeah, what are you doing? And you just wandering from stream to stream, doing the Thomas thing. Are you watching me? Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to be doing something entertaining. Okay. I'll do something entertaining. Hold on. You've already seen. Right. You've already seen that one. That's okay. Let's see if that plays. Without music. We don't want sound. Because then you can't hear my voice. Stop screen, share screen, application window. There you go. We'll show the bridge again. Make me smaller so you don't have to watch me eat. Yeah, I bought something from Amazon today too. I didn't want to, but I just can't see myself driving almost 4,000 miles with my camera not in a bag. So I bought like a small little tiny bag to put my camera in. So I can keep my camera from getting all beat up on the way home. My new camera. You know what? I need to work for somebody. I'm realizing that I've spent so much time working on technique that I'm not really. My imagination has just dropped. You know what I mean? I've been so much on technique that I haven't really have any kind of plans anymore. And then you'll be on all the streams. It's like, no, but I'll have a camera. Can we lock up? Oh, no. I bought a cheapy one, and I never saw what the difference. I mean, I don't really care. I'm using and it's already on its way back to Pennsylvania. I shipped my stuff back yesterday, so all I have is this camera, the built-in one on the laptop, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 or 7 other cameras, but no webcams. I need a longer video. I'll play the original again. That one's like 7 minutes. Share. Application. That one. Share. And play. This is like my commercial. I'll use the mic and the headphone bit. Big annoying. Yeah, I hear that. I bought a mic. I'll show you in a minute when I say I am. I'll show you in a bit. So that's my first 20,000 miles of this trip, as we're showing now, and just like highlights of here and there and places I've been. And I've been some cool places. And I realized that by the time I get home, it's going to be almost another 20,000 miles. So I might have to make a whole new video. Gonna need more. I'm gonna need this second half or last leg. Maybe that's what I'll call it, like last leg of this almost a year trip I just took. I miss Arizona. Yeah. Speaking of things I miss my 360 camera, but I make a point of not going to cities because I want to see nature. I don't want to see the infestation of humans. I 4 months. I flew home a couple times, but my bike hasn't been home since August. That's why this is like the last leg. And I think my next trip, I might not take the bike. What's that you say? No bike. I am going to fly someplace. Maybe Alaska. Hop on a plane with my camera gear and fly. I think that sounds nice. I have a 19-year-old. He's doing 19-year-old things. He's got better things to do than hang out with his dad. Although Although he might come with me on my next trip, depending where I go. Wherever I go, it's got to be rural. Like going to some little island in the middle of nowhere and off the coast of Alaska sounds good. But I like to go away from the things of man. I think I'm finished. All right. Get that off camera. We'll be more professional now. Let's turn this light on. Better look now. You know, beautiful, right? Make the screen bigger. Look at that head. It's like a potato with eyes. You like that? Did you see that clip before where it was a desert, then it flipped over to the ocean? That was a few minutes ago. Because I came from the desert and went to the ocean, so I actually had a decent thing about it. This is my montage to 1999. No, 2019. 1999 was a long time ago. Oh my God. Oh, but I got a mic. I bought a tiny little lapel mic, and I was going to use it. I was going to use it on the bike. I tried using it on the bike, and it was just as bad as all the other stuff I tried. Now, the question is, will it work on my Mac? And you're here, so let's find out. Because my Mac usually uses, the TRS kind of things. Let's put this in. And you can tell me if it sounds okay, if it has sound at all. But I have a strange feeling it's not going to. Let's just plop that right there. Yeah, I've been kind of stagnant since then. Tell me if my audio disappears, because it might be gone. I don't know how the Mac's going to react to this microphone. It probably won't work. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you? It's working. Oh, wait. Does it sound better or the same, or does it sound different? I should say. Or do you think it's not doing anything at all? Tap, 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 tap. Audio check, check, check. I think it's a bit deeper. Switch again. Okay, 3, 2, 1. This one probably would have more background noise. So this is the stock mic that's built into the laptop. And this is going back, if I can find the hole. And this is the microphone that is now right there under my chin. Any difference at all? Or did my computer just die? So there. There's a difference. All right, both sound good. All right, well, I bought the lapel mic for the helmet, but it's too sensitive. And I'm thinking when I get to work tomorrow, I don't have any rubber gloves with me, so I'm gonna cut a few fingers off and I'm gonna cover it with a rubber glove and then just clip it inside my helmet, and it is what it is. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just got nothing. So here we are, Thomas. Well, that video, that was a fast 7 minutes because that video is gone. I guess I should put it back on my big head. Straighten my glasses up. Should put a hat on. Look at Thomas. You know what that is? I have a camera body again. You think this is annoying me showing this off? Wait till I get home and blow the dust off the lenses. The beautiful lenses. Let's try something stupid. How about it, Thomas? Shall we do something dumb? Ready? Let's turn this on. And let's... There you go. Let's see. Now you can see through the viewfinder. You see everything is there on the viewfinder that would be on this everything that you see on the back screen, you could see through the viewfinder. So when it's really bright out, you can see all that stuff. You can see me looking at you. Here's look at me. I'm stuck in this camera. Somebody get me out. Help, help, help. That was my stupid moment. We're done. I'm done being dumb. Take a picture. I'm taking a picture of you, Thomas, because I have that kind of time. Yeah, this is the M50. I don't know where it says M50 on it. I never even looked to see where it would say M50 on it. Huh. No, it doesn't say M50. Oh, there it is. Wow. You know what? I never give this FaceTime camera enough credit. I know everybody says it's not that great, but no focusing issues. That's for sure. I like this camera. It tracks my face. Biggest mistake I made. You know, it's only going to get cheaper, Thomas, so it's not like they'll disappear. So look at me with Mr. Depth of Field. So where everybody else is trying to get bokeh, I'm running an F22 trying to keep everything in focus. I like this. Here. Take a picture of you, Thomas. I like this camera. Good. Da, 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 da. Did I tell you I did more stars pictures? I don't know if I showed those to you. Are you crying? Are you crying or laughing? Crying. I'm sorry, Thomas. I didn't mean to make you cry. I'm a jerk. I'll put it away. Yeah. I feel the same way every time I am so deeply involved with all the 360 crap. And it makes me so sad to see like them posting 360 stuff everywhere I go. It's like and I have to stay involved in the forums, and it just breaks my heart. Let's see how bad this looks. This is that lens that I use when I stream from the motorcycle. You pop that off and you just clip it on. I don't know where the camera is. There, now you can see the whole room. And we can do that thing that we do. So when I'm sitting there in a really crappy hotel room later on, you can go, wow, you stay in the worst places. I do. If they have if it's $30 a night and you're sleeping with dogs, I'm there. I don't care. I don't care. Any word from Ari? No, no word from Ari. I'm wondering if he's been doing a lot of family stuff. I'm not gonna say I'm worried about him, but I'm gonna say that I'm mildly concerned. But I don't know. What do I know? I don't know a lot. Well, I don't hear from him every day. It seems like there's certain times of the week. Like I never seem to hear from him Monday through Wednesday. It seems like he just comes. I hear from him on the weekends. So I'm thinking he's got some stuff that he does. That big. I think I like this wide angle lens. I mean, you can see my moobs, but look at that. Ugh. I got C cup. Damn it. Maybe I should get rid of that. Yeah, maybe I should just stop that. Let's get rid of that. I'm not friends with Luna. I should be friends with Luna. I just don't want to be that creepy guy who, like, he says, "I'll be friends with her," and I'm like, I'm a little old to be making friends with 18-year-old Australian girls. Don't get me wrong, I have, but I know you're out there, and I know she's watching, so I don't want her to think that she's not appreciated. But you know what I mean. I need to. I don't know what I need. What do I need? I don't know. I'm gassy. Not yet. Soon. Yeah. So this is my lapel mic, and I made this into my mic bag. Here's my little and whatever it is, the ETM 001 that I love, that I use on my GoPro. I figured I'll stick that in there because keep all my mics in one place, because my GoPro is out of its big housing for now because the Canon does a better job, and I put it back into its factory housing with the door on so it stays dry, and then I'll probably be on the nose of the bike, maybe even on the nose pointed back at me. You know what I mean? To give me that what I used to get in the 360. This is a little lightning adapter to plug a headphone into an iPhone. And it came with this ridiculously long extension cable, which your gas. Oh, like your gas, as in. Oh yeah, no, that's not an Irish saying. I was messing with you. And then it came with all kinds of adapters. So this, for $20, I can't complain. I've heard worse. It sounds okay. And it sounded better on the bike. It just needed a dead cat. But unfortunately, I already mailed my dead cats with all my other stuff home. I kind of tried to, for the first time on my travels, I really got rid of a lot of stuff. I sent a bunch of stuff home because I wanted to travel light, because I'm going to be on the road for like 8 days. And I didn't want, because I always say I'm just going to ride straight through, but then I end up staying someplace for 24 hours. Like I need a layover after 3 days. I need to stay someplace an extra night, do laundry, just kind of like relax, because it's a lot of miles. I hate to say it, but here's that other mount that's got nothing in it now. It's all ready to go if I want to stream that way. Not stream, but you know what I mean. Vlog. And then I have this camera, which I still love. This camera. I told you the 720S, yeah, HS. Well, in the past, it seems around Kansas, my sister lives in Kansas, I'm just like, I get there and I'm like, you know what? I think I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I'm done. And sometimes I ride like 200 miles and just go, you know what? I can't do this. And I just pull over to get a hotel and I sleep all day and I order a pizza and I just watch movies and just kind of just get out of it's the heat that bothers me. It's going to be almost 100 degrees the whole way home. And I'm just, like 30, 35 to 40 Celsius the whole way home. And that doesn't agree with me at all. Thankfully, I have my Camelback. That comes in very handy on these trips. Keep hydrated and you don't ache. But I'm only looking forward to like the first 4 days of the trip. After that, it's all straight away and, reruns. East Coast, flatlands, boring. Wow, this really makes my boobs. You should take care of that. We don't need that. There you go. We don't need to see the moobs. Yeah, no, I don't do that. When you said that's hot, I thought you were saying that's hot because I was rubbing my moves because of the delay. But yeah, no, I don't like the heat. So that has a way. Like in the wintertime, even though the days are shorter, I can ride 700-800 miles a day without even well, without breaking a sweat. Yeah, because it's not 100 degrees out. And I can ride and I'm happy and I don't get achy and I pull in. I'm tired and I pass out, but I mean, I'm fine. In the summertime, I have to drink like nonstop, like steady drinking. I pull over for more water than I do gas and I'm cramping and all the signs of dehydration, even though I'm drinking probably a liter an hour of water and I'm still well, now I'm offended. Be like that, Thomas. My moves are beautiful. Thank goodness. Nope, sorry, Dennis. Your moves are not. I'm going to do what I do here. You are welcome to enter if you'd like to. And anybody else is welcome to enter because I don't care. Take over the stream, kill me, whatever it is that everybody's afraid of. Because a little drama makes life more interesting. When it all goes smooth, it's boring. Nacho screen. I know Tom. Come on, Tom. Come in. I'm asking once. I'm not hassling you. You come in and talk. You don't have a camera. You don't have to show your face. Just so we can turn around and it'll put me on the map, dude. It would be like, wait a minute. Why does Thomas? He went on your show. What the hell? That's right, because he loves me. He appreciates me. All right, how are you feeling there, Ari? Ari. I'll let you guys talk and I'll just watch. Where's my panda? Is she around? Our panda. The panda. I'm the panda. Damn it, I always forget that. Well, is he gone or is he private messaging and leave me alone to talk to myself? I'm just gonna talk to and we will add Ari to the phone. And there you go. Look at us all you know.
How
Oh,
are
I'm
you, mate?
down because I have this stupid mic plugged in. And now I should hear you if you say something.
Oh, all right. Well, then your luck has really run out then, hasn't it, if you can hear me as well?
Well, are you going to be seen or just heard?
Just heard this morning, unless I have to, I'm too lazy to get out of bed and get dressed.
Understood. We don't want you naked.
No, no one wants me
but,
quite naked, including my wife, Fortunately, my girlfriend is of a different opinion.
Oh, I'm married 26 years and I can still make my wife scream during sex.
Take off your clothes or turn on the light. Yeah.
No, I just call her and tell her where I am. Right.
You're a naughty boy.
I am. And no one can yell at me or tell me to shut up because my stream, I could be as nacho-ish as I want.
Yeah, I know. That Dennis, he's making a lot of rustling. Would you mute him, please?
What's that? You want me to mute you?
No, you.
Mute? What?
Yeah, that Dennis guy, he's being a pain. Would you mute him?
Oh, yeah. That piece of crap nacho is too noisy.
I'm just bringing this up on my phone so that I can see the chat as well, because I know that Tom will be paying out on me big time.
No, he's just laughing at me. He apologized for declining my invitation, and I will not ask again. I don't mean ever, but I will not harass you about it, Thomas. It would have been cool because then people went, that son of a bitch, he went on with Nacho. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, it'd make people jealous, wouldn't it?
It would be super jealous. So, but at the same time, I get it, and I'm not going to harass him about it because I know I'm not special. Or do I?
We're not going there, Dennis.
Yeah, well, trying to figure out. Oh, did you do that?
Wondering that's what always happens when you bloody trust Android, isn't it? It's just shit.
I get it, Thomas. It's late at night where you are. You don't want to talk and wake people up, so you need to be quiet. I get it. I know it's not me.
Yeah, believe that.
Well, it's almost 3 o'clock in the morning there, so I mean,
never stopped him before.
Has it? No, I don't think we usually talk. Usually, it's earlier in the day when the few times that we have talked to him. That's right. We have talked to him. He loves us.
Oops, hang on. I need to turn down my volume before I. Oh. No, I don't need to close my own stupid window. I hate this. Right.
So we're here tonight with my little dot friend, Remote Pilots Australia, Ari, and Thomas, and we're not a show format, so screw all that stupid shit.
That's it.
That's it. We're just hanging out. Anybody wants to come hang out, you can come and hang out with us because I don't know. I like drones. But I can't talk about them 24 hours a day. I need to talk about other things.
I like drones, but I can't eat anything bigger than an air. The Inspire gives me indigestion.
Yeah, and they're rough coming out.
Oh yeah.
Those props, they're rough.
Yeah, well, especially if you bought carbon fiber.
Oh yes.
Yeah, well, I can remember like yesterday, my doctor saying to me, "You need more fiber in your diet."
But not carbon fiber.
Yeah, I can remember what I said to him. Yeah. So I haven't caught up with you for must be well over a week now.
Yeah, I think I kind of was scarce last week. Like, the Roger Palooza was going on and nobody was streaming, and I was like, well, I guess I'll go out and do something.
Yeah, they looked like they were having a good time, but from what I could see, the person who was enjoying it most was Roxy.
I don't know about that. Well, yeah, you said person, so Kim wouldn't apply to Kim because Kim is still riding that high. Like I don't think he's been in his room since they left. He's constantly on now.
Well, good on him. He's all right. But old Roxy, she was enjoying,
Oh.
every bit of attention, every bit of steak, every sausage.
No. Yeah, well, I'm like a dog. I'd be happy if people toss me steak and sausages and pet me, rubbing my belly. That'd be great.
Yeah, I could think of worse things. That's
No,
for sure.
sure. I'm going to lay here in front of the door all day, and then maybe we can do something later. All right, that sounds fine.
So
Good.
that's it. So, how much longer before you wend your way back home again?
I am leaving on Monday. So
Cool.
I have my 3-day work week starting tomorrow. I'd just like to say for the record that tomorrow I ain't doing shit. Just for the record. I'm working with a bunch of people, I think. I hope. It could be like 2 Fridays ago where I come in and they go, oh, we scheduled a mistake. You're alone. It could happen. It does happen.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't happen. But
Okay, now that I've got the chat up, Tom, I'm just reading what Tom said. I haven't been on for a couple of days, Tom. It's I've been running around. I'm back on my feet shakily, but I'm on my feet and I can drive again, so that's all right. So I've been catching up on a few things that I didn't get round to the last few weeks that I should, and of course, there's always the kids who need to be run around after. I've got all 4 of them out of the house this weekend, which might sound like a good thing, but when they don't have a license and you have to provide all the transport, it's not such a good thing. I feel like saying to them, "Why worry about a license? Drive anyway." I did when I was your age, but it just doesn't give a good example, does it?
go ride a kangaroo.
Yeah, actually, we were laughing. We were watching the news the night before last, the wife and I, and they had an article in the news. Somehow a kangaroo got into central Melbourne and it ran, hopped up and down about 5 kilometres of the tram tracks down there, and begins to laugh. And I said, "What are you laughing at?" She said, "You should get a copy of that and put it on your YouTube channel for your American friends. Then they really will believe that kangaroos hop down the main street."
I don't know. You know what? Kangaroos they seem kind of nasty to me when I see them. People always go, "Oh, they're cute, and they're little babies in their bellies and stuff." Like, yeah, they didn't look at the freaking raptor claws on those bad boys.
Man, yeah, look, I'll dig it out. I've got a photo somewhere here. I had a friend of mine come over from Ohio quite a while ago now, probably about 15 years. And he was one of the people I knew through gaming. And of course, we did the obligatory, took him around all the beauty spots and the local zoos and this sort of thing. And we soon noticed that he shied away from all the animals, even the cuddly furry ones like the koalas and so forth. And I couldn't figure out why until the rabies penny dropped, and I told him that there was no rabies in Australia and never had been. So after that, he sort of wound down a bit. But we went down to one of the nature parks and they had roos there. And kangaroos aren't just kangaroos. We've got dozens of different species. There's even tree climbing kangaroos. But the biggest one is the western red kangaroo. And they stand upwards to 7 feet tall. And they are the ones that will disembowel you with a single kick. And this one was laying there on the ground, tame, hand tame. And I got him to go up to it, and he was sort of laying on the ground. And we squatted down and scratched its ears and fed it the obligatory bullshit they sell you at the gate. And I just said, "Put your hand flat on the ground," which he did. And I picked up the front paw of the roo and lay it in his hand. And when he realised with the length of the claws that it was bigger than his hand, he started to get nervous again.
It's a freaking raptor.
Yeah,
But
generally speaking,
birds.
they're like most animals in that if they're not in mating season, if they're not competing for the females or anything like that, they're actually pretty docile. And even the ones that aren't, in inverted commas, domesticated, if you're out in the parks and so forth and you sit still and they come near them, they'll generally feed from your hand without too much drama.
Well, who isn't grumpy during mating season?
Well, us old guys are when we see the young bucks doing well. I guess kangaroos, I saw a thing in the news not long ago, last month, maybe about a guy in the US that got killed by a deer.
Oh, yeah, it happens all the time.
that was well, it's probably a bit like that in that it does happen. People do get hurt by kangaroos, but not often. Hang on a minute, phone call.
All right, I'm gonna grab a bottle of water real quick. You can
Yes,
hold
dear.
my ass.
Hello, family's coming in the door with a chocolate frappe for you.
Yeah, yeah.
We're on our way to pick the boys.
Okay, I'm online, so I can't hold.
Okay, love you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Too late, dear. I've already paid the bills. I've already been bled white. No, not really.
So there. Look at me. I've
I'll be
got
out
those little
tomorrow.
cans.
Oh, Fanta. Yes, we have that here. Same label, too. It doesn't taste like it did when I was a kid.
No, it doesn't. But I this bottle, I've been drinking this bottle for like 3 days. I just like a sip here and there. I don't really like to drink a whole soda. I drink it like shots, although I'm probably going to finish this while we're talking.
Well, I know that kids get sick of us saying, oh, it's not the same as it was when we were a kid. But it isn't.
It's not.
If the chocolates, like the Mars and the wagon wheels and all the stuff that were around when we were kids, they're all only about half the size now. And the drinks taste different. Hello, darling.
And tiny one.
I'm online.
Who was that?
It's Devin. I haven't got a camera on because I'm sitting here.
Is that the panda?
Hi, Dr. Panda.
Hello.
And Thomas is there too.
Hi, Thomas.
Thomas will be back in 5 minutes. I don't know where he went, but
Hold
he
on a
left
second.
us.
I'm
Sure.
running out of hands. Yeah, the Fanta used to taste differently, and my attitude with the kids is, kids, be tough. Go and have Coca-Cola like we did with the cocaine in it.
I loved it.
Right. She'd love to.
Yeah, that's a worry, isn't it?
No worries.
Before I head off, my friend is in the hospital.
Which one?
Brian, one of the school captain guys.
Uh-huh.
Tamahiki smashed his jaw.
Oh, who's Tamahichi?
One of the really big Islander kids who carry the giant speaker around all the time.
Why did they smash him?
Oh, because apparently he's transphobic for being a cisgender male.
Okay, fair enough, darling. So
Straight.
you're going to spend some time with Waffo the cat, are you?
To be a what? To be a what? A transgender male?
No, not me. Just one of her boyfriends.
Yes.
How many boyfriends does she have?
6.
Including Philly?
Philly's my husband. Future husband. Not boyfriend.
You are not marrying into that family, my family.
Yeah!
Get out of here.
What?
Philly.
I have to have Taco Bell. I like it better.
Taco Bell. I'm Taco Bell royalty. Did you know that?
My dad say that she might shift her focus from Philly, Mike.
My wife is the district manager for Pennsylvania of Taco Bell.
Did you hear that?
What?
Dennis
I am Taco Bell royalty.
district manager for Pennsylvania for Taco Bell.
I've never had Taco Bell.
He's Taco Bell royalty.
Taco Bell royalty.
Saw Taco Bell out at Deception Bay the other day. No,
That's right. I want to.
Yeah,
I've never had Taco Bell.
I saw our very first Queensland Taco Bell store just the other day.
They want to open Walmart here.
So what are you waiting for?
Yeah, we might have to go, but it'll taste nothing like it does in America.
Well, since you've never been, you don't have to worry about it. You don't know, so it'll be
Well,
fine.
it'll taste better.
It'll probably, I'm sure it will. Sure, it'll taste better. Get yourself. My go-to lately has been soft tacos. I just like they're easier to eat. They don't fall apart in your hands.
And your teeth don't fall apart in your mouth.
Well, my teeth got nothing. So I realized that I must have shipped more stuff home than I thought. I put 2 boxes together with all my heavy clothes because I've been traveling, for almost a year now. And I had like all kinds of cold weather stuff. It's going to be almost 100 every day going home. So when I looked at my bags are like almost empty now, which is perfect. So I have room for souvenirs.
It's easier to travel that way.
Right, I'm going to be on the road for 8 days, so I'd like it to be.
Hello, Waffo the cat. Sorry, my daughter's bringing her new kitten in to see me.
Well, I want to see the kitten.
Get video.
Oh, hang on a minute then. Wait a second. I got to figure out how to bring up the
camera.
yeah. There it is.
Well, I'm being polite. All right, let me make you big. Oh, little calico.
This is Stormy, as in like
Daniels.
a dark and stormy.
Oh,
They wouldn't know what a dark and stormy is in America.
Ginger beer and rum.
what is dark and stormy?
A ginger beer and rum.
It's a drink with ginger beer
Oh.
and dark rum.
Stormy Daniels is a porn star.
Yeah.
My name is Stormy Daniels Jr. Yes, I am.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you see if you can put her up near this sort of.
I see.
Oh,
honey.
careful, she's attacking Nacho's face.
Everyone wants to attack Nacho's face, darling.
No, bad kitty.
That's the most interest of. Never mind. I'll keep
Don't say it.
the closest a pussy's been to my face in a while.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's saying she's now crying. She's saying my pussy's been in Nacho's face. Ah. And I'm going to tell Mikey. Tom says hello, Luna.
Mikey can join us.
Yeah, that's what he said. Good timing. I came back while you were showing a cat. What's the matter, Tom?
Isn't he cute, Tom? Is she cute, Tom?
Isn't it? What's the matter, Tom? You got something against the little pussy?
Yeah. He's just chilling. Oh, yeah. Love you, Papa.
Love you too, darling.
Well, we don't have to worry about being monetized now.
No. That's right. We should have gone on to Val's channel to have this talk.
Right. We should all pull out some of our weapons now and show them to each other.
Yeah, well, you can pull out your weapon and I'll say, that's not a gun.
You've seen my gun already. I only have one with me.
Tom's having a good laugh. Yeah, so I'm not doing so bad. I'm going to take Dad out again tomorrow for our usual Saturday thing. Well enough, I'll probably take a drone with me and put it up in the air. I did last Saturday and live streamed it.
I watched when I could.
It's all right. Yeah, because you're working.
Yeah. This weekend. Oh, I wonder how this weekend will be. It's the last couple have been so bad. Maybe I'm due for a good one, but I'm not getting my hopes up.
Well, us married men always think that, 30 years with the same woman, maybe I'm due for a good one, but it never works out that way.
Oh, now. It's only 26 years for me.
It's time, 35. It's time we got Tom married, because I can't think of a single valid reason why we should be the only one to suffer.
Yeah, it's not fair. Not fair at all. We need to import Tom into one of our countries and, set him up with somebody and be just as miserable as the rest of us.
It's a shame Brenda Klein's taken, right?
We could always introduce him as Philly Mike to your daughter.
Yeah, I think she might know the difference.
I
Because
don't know.
you just can't say, oh my freaking God, with the right accent.
Oh my freaking God.
And look at the dynamic range.
I can't listen to Philly Mike. He's a nice guy and all. I just, I live there. I live in Philly, right outside of Philly. I don't want to hear. I don't want to just go on and watch Philly people talk.
I'd like to visit. I'd like to crawl over the battleship, the Iowa class battleship there. I can't remember which one it is, but I know they've got a very nice floating maritime history section in the river there with not just that, a couple of dreadnought class ships and various stuff. I'm a bit of a marine buff. I'd love to have a look at it, but I just wouldn't tell Mikey until after I went home. No, I'm kidding.
He'll be chase you with the drone.
I'll take a shotgun.
Mikey flies high.
I mean, when I'm finished, there'll be no arguing whether it's been shot or not.
Yeah, right.
I've decided this week, I've taken a few photos. I'm going to put the ads up, but I'm going to sell a couple of my drones this week. I'm going to buy another one to replace it. I'm just not using them. I'm
You're
just
gonna
trying
find a copy. I heard.
Sorry? I'm thinking about it.
It was on the news. It was on the news. You were going to buy an Anafi. Hey, Night Train, welcome. You're welcome to join us if you want. I am just hanging out. No drone talk, no nothing. Just a bunch of guys hanging out, saying all that stuff that we're not allowed to say on other channels. You know, like fuck, shit, cunt, that stuff.
Oh,
quality. Can't believe I said the C word. Yeah, I feel bad. Might have crossed the line there. Even I feel I'm waiting for my wife to come smack me.
That's pushing it, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not even British. If we're British, we can get away. I can get away with that. But
no, that's the one word even I don't say. It's a bit of a shocker.
It feels weird to say it without being whacked in the back of the skull.
Yeah, remember, there are 7 words that you can't on television.
Well, we're not.
They must be really bad words.
Yeah, maybe I better go to church.
Shit, piss, cock, cunt, motherfucker, and tits. Yeah, that's it. That's 7 words. What's the matter? You're not a George Carlin fan?
It's George Carlin. I liked George Carlin when he was alive. I mean, I like George Carlin now, but you know what I mean. I'm sorry, Thomas. I didn't mean to offend your virgin ears. I mean, I'm sure they use that word a lot where you live, though. Isn't it like, because you're like close enough to the British people that's like not a bad word there, is it?
Actually, they don't. The word they use a lot is twat, and I've never been able to figure whether that actually means that same part of the female anatomy, or it's just a uniquely British way of calling somebody a tosser.
A tosser? What's a tosser? Is it like
a tosser? Well, it's what's nowadays the political correct term is an owner operator or a wanker.
A wanker.
Do you know there was a time when I was doing amateur radio, and we used to have a system called packet radio, where you connect the computers to your radio, and you would send text messages all around the world. And these were passed through nodes. And I used to run the oldest node in the world, BK4 BBS, for bulletin board system. It was sort of like an online bulletin board. You'd leave your messages and you could direct them, and you'd pass them by radio from station to station. And then where I was, I had an internet wormhole, and I used to bounce stuff off satellites. And I used to run this. And there was a certain twat operator in Britain who was, he was about 99 years old and thought that he'd invented radio, And
he didn't invent it, but he was there.
So I called him a wanker. And subsequently, I was banned from every single bulletin board in the United Kingdom. So I said, okay, you won't be wanting any mail at all through my node. They said, no, we don't want anything to do. What they didn't realize was I was running, I hadn't founded it, but I took it over from the founder, the oldest node in the world. And pretty much half of the mail through the Western Hemisphere came through me. So I turned off Britain for a month. And back in those days, it was before computers were really big. Amateur radio was still a pretty apex level hobby. I wasn't popular, but the old fart who got up, he was even less popular. I enjoyed that month.
Now who's the wanker?
Yeah, that's right. Well, I was being an arsehole, and I fully admit to it. But there's something to be said for a little gratuitous gloating.
So sometimes you have to whip it out and show who's got the bigger one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. The machine. Yeah, walk into the men's room and bring it out, slap, and everyone goes, "Whoa!"
What was that? That's the sound of it hitting the water. Whoa!
Actually, have you ever seen that skit? It's a comedy skit. Just look it up on Google. Sorry, on YouTube. The Machine. Now it goes on for about 20 minutes. It's very, very funny. But in there, that's where he talks about walking into the men's room and being the big boy on the block, whacking it out, and everyone goes, "Whoa, he's arrived!" Now, as he's at school, I'll say this: allegedly, because I've never seen it myself. My son is not a little lad, because we had a young female guest over one day who walked into the bathroom just as he got out of the shower, And when she backed out of the bathroom at around 97 miles an hour, she was deathly pale. And we always thought it was because that she'd walked in while he was getting out of the shower. But apparently it's not what she saw, but how much of it there was to see.
Oh.
Now, this is 2 years ago, and my son still does not know why we all refer to him as the machine. But he hates it.
Well, as long as he hates it, good.
Yeah, that's right. It's the first duty of every parent to mess with their children's minds.
That's how you get them to move out.
Oh,
You don't want
I've
them
got to try harder.
you don't want them staying forever.
No, I never thought about that until this year. You know, I got 2 within Cooey of 18, and the youngest is about to turn 16. And I said to Leanne, shit, you know, 3 or 4, I've only got to live another 3 or 4 years. We might get our life back.
I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Not even a little
You've
bit.
got to go. That reminds me of that joke. You know, this boy's talking to his mother. He says, Mum, I don't want to go to school tomorrow. The teachers all hate me and the kids tease me and they throw stones. You've got to go to work, darling. You're the principal. Yeah.
I don't know what to do with all this stuff. I'm looking at all my cameras. I'm going, oh my God, there's no like great way, like safe way to keep them all accessible. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, I can put one in each pocket, but I don't want one in each pocket. You know what I mean? Because they're all small. You know, I have the Sean I 360 camera right here, which I plan on dropping off at Sean's on the way home because I'm not using it. I have my Gear 360, which I still love, that my wife sent me.
That's the one that came before the 360 One X, is it?
This is the Gear 360 from Samsung. This is the one that came before the One X. And I'll have to say, its stabilization is better than this, but I think the image quality, this takes better pictures. So, and that's basically all I use it for. So on my way home, I will definitely be doing 360 pictures with this. When you crank up all the settings, it actually does a very nice job.
Hey, I'm online, Jay, but it's the machine.
Is that the machine?
Yeah, that's the machine. Would you like to meet the machine?
Sure, I'll meet the machine.
He's left there. He's left. I got mail.
Dear. That was easy. At least your kid talked to you.
Well, if you call that talking. Yeah, I actually went over to a bricks and mortar store near me called Johnny Appleseed, which they're a drone specialist.
Hey, Mark, come on in, Mark. I'm not shy about sharing the link because nobody wants to come in. So you're welcome to come in. We're just hanging out. We're not talking about anything important. It's just, you know, slightly droned out.
Hey, no.
We're talking about bad stuff.
They specialize in drones, but they also happen to be the Queensland dealer for the 360s. And they had a 360 One X in the cabinet there. And, you know, I looked at it. And then I looked at the price of $790.
Oh.
And I looked at it. And I looked at the price, $791. And then I left.
Yeah, that's
still in the
threw me off too. Hey, Mark.
Hey, how's it going, Nacho?
Good. I just figured there was nothing going on except Ken Herron, which everybody watches, and I was
not everybody.
He's all right. You know, don't get me wrong. I like him, but I can't sit through the whole show. I could watch like a couple of minutes of it.
Oh no, I mean I have nothing against him, but not everybody watches them.
Yeah,
I used to go on Thursday nights at around the same time too, just because that was the time I could go on. It is what it is.
Right.
You know?
This isn't really a show. This is just.
No, yeah, that's what I figured. Catch up with some people here.
I like Ken Heron, but I couldn't eat a whole one. Yeah.
Is that Ari I hear in the
Yes,
background?
it is. He doesn't have his camera on because
Sure,
That's okay. How you feeling today, Ari?
he's cross-dressing.
I'm actually not so bad, Mark.
Good.
How about you?
I'm doing all right. Catching up from the excitement
Sorry if
and
the audio's not the best. I'm on the iPad.
Yeah, I said bad words before because there was nobody here to stop me, and I offended myself. So
yeah, it's your channel. You say whatever the heck you want.
I'm just kind of curious what the repercussions would be. So is it like the TV where the FCC comes in and says he said the F word and he said the C word? Do they come in and slap me? I mean, I don't know. But
No, you just get demonetized or
well,
whatever.
I don't.
Well,
I am monetized.
right, exactly. So it doesn't matter.
That's what I figured. I have no urge to be monetized. If I do, I will get my money from ads or product placement and stuff like that. I will not let YouTube put freaking commercials on my crap.
Hey,
And just right then, his internet dropped out.
Who's?
Ari's.
Oh.
So sorry about that, guys.
Oh.
no problem.
Hey, Bree.
Yeah, I'm well, Mark. I hope you're well. You look like you were having a good time at Roger Palooza 1.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good, and all things considered, it went well. And yes, even with Val, I had a good time.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
No, Val was actually fine. She was a pleasure to ride with, despite what everybody might have thought.
I knew you'd have a good
I
time.
actually think that
No, she's good.
I think Val would be a laugh.
Oh yeah, she's good company.
I was watching where I could, and I got the impression that of all the people there, probably Roxy was enjoying it the most.
Oh, Roxy's my girl. I gotta show this off if you got a camera. Kim gave me this on the way out the door. That's my girlfriend right there.
Oh,
Oh, the only thing I should have gotten when I didn't think about it, but it was kind of on the. I wish I'd gotten her paw print on the back or something, but signature.
I swear she put on 20 pounds in a week.
Oh, easily. And no joke, the camera actually takes off weight when it comes to Roxy. When I got there, I couldn't believe how chunky she was.
and I bet you she's dense, like when you not like just like a rock.
Oh yeah, she's solid. But
like a deer in the sun, like a dead deer in the sun.
The funniest thing is that they have wooden floors in most of the house, and the poor girl, when she goes to get up, her feet want to slide out from under her, so it takes quite a bit for her to get off the floor.
Stays on
the
time. I think she's not as young as she was.
Oh no, I think she's like 10. Yeah, that picture's much younger. She's like 10 or 11 now, and that's pretty good for a pit bull mix of some sort.
I don't know what she is. You look at her.
She's a sweetheart.
Oh, she's
gorgeous.
She's a doll.
Wouldn't it funny? She lost all the weight and you found out she was a beagle.
And I joked with Roger and Kim, and there's probably a little bit of truth to it. I think she looked at Val and I, and she's like, "Don't leave me with these two salty dudes." I said that to Roger and Kim. They got a kick out of it.
I don't know what you did to Kim, but he has not been he has been in that chair since you guys left.
Oh, he is just fun.
Pumped.
He's just flying high. He had a lot of fun, and we got him into some FPV. He's been dying to try it, instead of the whoops.
What's the difference?
Well, they're bigger, faster, more dangerous.
The whoops are those little tiny ones.
The little ones you can fly inside and outside a little bit if it's not too windy.
But they fly the same, like same kind of controls and everything.
Yeah, you can set them up for acro and stuff, but they just don't feel the same. And the sound is just amazing on a 5-inch. And then, of course, Corey Mano pulls out a 7-inch, and that thing's a bit of a beast. So it was a lot of fun.
It's a machine.
Oh, yeah, that thing's a beast. I'll have to build one of those someday.
But
I've watched Kim a few times flying the whoops inside and harassing Roger.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about lending him the Inspire. If he's going to frighten Roger, he might as well do a good job of it.
Oh, now he's got. Well, once I send him the quad. Well, we broke every quad we got our hands on, and I'm repairing. I'm repairing one of his that I'll send back to him. Trust me, he can harass him all he wants with that. That'd be bad enough as it is. So
I might build one when I get home.
yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Let me ask you a question, building wise.
Yes, sir.
You have I haven't seen I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done it.
Neither did I. About 3-4 months ago, I was in the same-
Electronics, I can handle. Do you have to program the board, like depending on the motors and all that other stuff, or do they pretty much come set up? Like the board is.
When you get it all built, you do have to kind of hook it up to something called Betaflight with your transmitter, and you got to be able to have. It's not as hard as people think. It's a little intimidating first, but there's enough videos. I'm sure there are people like myself and others that would be glad to help you through it. You just got to be able to get the controller to communicate with the board.
Oh, so there's no like power distribution set up?
No,
like,
there's
many
there's-
motors.
there are certain settings that you can set for it, and then there's also something called BL Heli Suite, and that helps you change direction of motors. All very simple to do. I didn't even use BL Heli Suite my first time out, but Betaflight will help you. There's this thing called rates and PIDs and stuff for tuning your quad, but if you watch every video, everybody says whatever shows up on your board, the stock rates are fine. So you don't have to play around with that at all. All you have to do is be able to make sure that you have the right settings so that the board communicates with your transmitter, and that's it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I can handle that. I'm not, I can watch. I'm like, YouTube to me is like the Matrix. Like you plug in the spike in the back of my head. I can watch 2 videos and usually understand how to get something done.
And I just sound horrible. I'm gonna promote a couple of videos on my channel only because I use them. When Louis P. Floyd asked me to host a build, and we did it in a 3-part series from beginning to end, including Betaflight was kind of tough, but from beginning to end. And I actually used those videos, and I paused, did something, watched, paused, and first time out, I had that thing up and running. So he does a very good job explaining. So if you're looking for something to watch at as you build, again, I'm not trying to promote my channel, but those videos that I hosted it, and I told him questions people were asking, and he sat there building and explaining stuff. He did a very good job. So it helped me. That's how I built my first one. Actually, all 3 of them.
Problem is I have nothing. So, and when you talk about, like you guys were talking about the price, like $200 to build a drone or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not counting the price of like the goggles and
No.
controller. Yeah, so it's like it starts getting expensive fast.
It gets very expensive very fast. Yes, but you don't have to buy the most expensive goggles. Like I did bite the bullet and buy the Fat Sharks. With the diversity module and stuff like that, but they have a pair of goggles. They're box goggles, and you wear glasses. And I do too. And I'm thinking about getting them eventually in case I lose a contact or whatever. They're called Vipers, I think.
Right.
And they're like $150, and they're fantastic. Ask anybody who's got them; they love them. And you can even take the little monitor off and use it as a ground station, or put it on the side. You don't even have to wear them. So I'm gonna get myself a set of those eventually. But yeah, $150, you're up and running with that. Your transmitter, depending on what you want to get, another $150. Yeah, it does add up, but those are all one-time prices. But then you got to make sure you have the tools to build.
Gotcha.
It's hardly expensive, really, for a controller. I've still got my controllers sitting here that I used to use with my fixed wing, and to be honest, setting up a quad doesn't sound all that much different from doing a custom 3D, aerobatic aircraft. You've got to program everything.
Yeah, in fact, Betaflight helps you set up if you're going to do 3D or anything. It isn't just for quads; it's for fixed wing and for 3D and all that. So it is exactly what you said.
Hang on a second.
And it's about 250 to almost 300, depending. And that doesn't include a high definition camera you put on that. But now I've actually started trying these cameras the FPV cameras. I have one. It's called a Foxeer Mix 2 or something, where it does both. Where you install a board, and it not only do you see through it to fly with the analog signal, but the board also captures high definition. So you don't have to mount an an HD camera on top. The only drawback is you see the props in the picture, which some people like and some people don't like, if you want that kind of footage. But you don't even need any of that if you just want to fly. You can always record the flight on your OSD or your goggles. It's just the analog signals. It's not high definition quality. I mean, you can go as far as you want with it. You really can.
Oh yeah, I see.
They're not
Probably
that
I have a bad habit of going really far.
Yeah, well, that's it. My habit is if I do it, I go all the way and then some. So don't follow me.
Well, you know, the money for a Tyrannus, what were you saying, about 150, 170 bucks or something?
Yeah, anyway, depending on where you get it from, it's about 150, I think.
My last controller, which is a Spectrum, cost me $900. So, you know, the Viper goggles, I've already got a short list here. I'll get round to it. The Viper goggles are the way I decided to go, mainly because of lenses, you know.
Mhm.
At distance, I like to wear my corrective lenses. I can get by close up. So, you know,
Oh,
I
speaking
just
of,
don't want to have to take them on. What always mucks me out when I'm flying the camera drones is, you know, I either have to change between lenses or take off the distance ones when I'm looking at the controller. So,
Mhm.
you know, I think I'd like to just be able to wear my lenses underneath the box goggles so that I don't have to swap back and forth, because there's always that 30 seconds it takes for your eyes to acclimatize when you change.
yeah, I just noticed Furball's in. Yes, Furball, I just fixed the one I broke. This one's now working. This had a nice tree landing, and I burnt the ESC, which I had a backup for, the electronic speed controller. But I have to fix other ones that other people have broken. This is one of the bits from it. Look familiar, Furball?
Are the wires soldered on to the motor, or are there plugs disconnecting the arms?
Oh, they're soldered. Some people do use what I guess they call bullet connectors, but they frown on them because they don't give you the best connection. So
No.
With high current draw, I'd be soldering. Kim, I wouldn't say that you disappear if you turn sideways, but if you turn sideways and stick your tongue out, people might think you're a zipper.
You don't turn sideways and sticks his tongue out, they'll think he's in the letter F.
Well, you know, he's the only man I think of that can actually dart through raindrops.
Yeah.
So that's a
And let me
plus.
guess, he's one of these rotten bastards who can eat whatever he wants.
He can if he wants to, but he doesn't. Drives me nuts. Man doesn't eat breakfast all the time, but I fed him bacon every day, trying to fatten him up while I was there.
Real bacon?
Real bacon, and none of that Americanized Canadian bacon crap.
Yeah, cool. I mean, being Jewish, not that I'd eat it, but even I can tell the difference not eating it.
You burn it up enough, I'll eat it too.
Exactly.
As long as it's crispy.
Yes, I know. My daughter, I love my daughter. She's so subtle about it. You know, like I always go into a restaurant or even a fast food joint, and I try and gently explain to them that, you know, please, you know, no bacon or no, you know, is this way? Not my daughter. She proudly walks up to the counter and says, I want this, that, and the other, and I don't want any pig.
No pig.
Yeah, no pig. Great. Good on you, Luna. Excellent.
Huh.
I can come here again to apologize.
Well, pork products to Canadians is the equivalent to potatoes is to Irish. So,
yeah. I used to eat it when I was a kid. I wasn't. I didn't observe any of the stuff then. I used to eat it back then. When I can remember giving up bacon, it was the hardest 10 years of my life.
I love. You know what's better than bacon though?
More bacon.
Bacon wrapped in bacon. Yeah, that's
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
As it's your channel, Dennis, and you don't worry about monetization. Can I just say fuck you, Mark? As nice as possible.
I'm sorry. Sort of.
With love. That was said with love, Mark.
I know. I got you, man. Not a problem.
Sorry about the bacon talk.
Hey, Brent, good to see you.
Yes, it was, Kim. Yes, it was. And I love that picture of Roxy you sent me. The latest one.
Good on you, Brent. Deep fried bacon. Yeah.
Now, one thing I can't take is there's this big push in the States. I don't know about anybody, about your way there, Ari, where they mix salty and sweet. And one of the latest fads is chocolate covered bacon.
Oh.
I've tried it. It's a good way to ruin bacon. and chocolate in
No.
one shot.
There's always been a few things like that, but they've been around for years and years and years. But I do know that there's a fad, if that's the right word, for doing
Yeah.
it nowadays. I went into a place the other day, just a fish and chip shop, and they asked me, did I want a deep fry's Mars bar? That was a new one on me. Yeah.
Well, they deep fry anything here. Oreo cookies.
That's fair food.
Yeah, that is fair food, and I'm not big on that. So
I gave up on deep fried when they invented the air fryer. I was a happy man.
no doubt. I mean, I like fried, but I'm not opposed to not frying things if I can get away with it too. As long as it tastes good.
The fat content I can do without. I've gotten 55.
I like
and
to bake.
I haven't had my first heart attack yet. So,
Well, it's only Thursday.
yeah, you typical Yanks. It's bloody Friday, behind the time again.
Oh, that's right.
My weekend starts tomorrow, so
Well, my weekend started now because I don't have to work tomorrow.
that's good value.
Oh yeah.
Battered
I'll be out
sausage.
tomorrow. I don't know where I'm taking Dad tomorrow. I don't know whether it'll be picturesque or whatnot. If it's somewhere pretty, I'll fly one of the drones and stream it. But I've almost got my dad convinced that he can have a go at flying it. But you know what these 80-year-olds are like. They're a little bit, hesitant.
It's hard to get him to use the TV remote.
Yeah. Well, no, he's got his head around that. I even got him to use an Android tablet. So.
Wow. This is like my last chance to sit down and do nothing for like 12 days. After this, it's work like a dog and then ride.
Just reading comments. Hi, Kim. Don't be sorry, mate. That's not a worry. What is Thomas saying? He can't beat battering his sausage.
He likes to batter his sausage
Yeah.
with lots of vinegar.
Yeah, that's
might hurt.
got to be an Irish kink. Yeah.
It's kinky bastard. Kinky bastard.
I think we should continue this conversation on Val's stream, really.
Yeah.
What is she on live now?
No, but we can save it up.
Yeah, no problem. We can do that. I got lots to say to Val.
Everybody's in love with Val.
Well, let's not get too carried away.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
You're a charmer, you are, Mark.
No, I'm not. You're just saying that, Ari, making me blush.
Yeah, I saw pictures of Mike Roche, man whoring himself all over the internet in Val's arms,
Did you get a mic? Working, Dennis. Oh, yeah. Yes, you've got a mic working?
Oh, no. The mic working situation is not. Oh, it's Val. Hi, Val.
Oh, uh-oh. Hopefully she didn't hear me say that. Okay, I'll be nice now, Val.
Were your ears burning, Val?
I think they were. I'm in trouble now.
Now it's like Canadian Drone Hub PM.
There you go.
Where once Val comes in, a Canadian Drone Hub PMF show.
The good news is, Val, that Dennis doesn't mind if we demonetize his stream.
I don't monetize. I have a job. I'm good. I'm fine. Don't get me wrong. It's just that I could monetize maybe eventually, but
What's this I hear, Val, about you've become Mike Roche's facilitator? I believe that's a nice word for a pimp. Are you making we've seen the advertising photos. Are you making a killing? I know that Mike's looking forward to it.
Yes, Val, that's Ari. And Furball, good. I'm glad you're hooking up with Hadley tomorrow. In fact, if you're looking right now, I'm working on the 4-inch that we toasted. That hopefully I'll get running and sent back to you as soon as I can.
Yeah,
so
sorry, Val, it is.
Is the inches referred to the props?
More or less, I believe, as far as I know.
7-inch props must be really loud.
Yeah, and then you can go to the X class. Those things are ridiculously large. I don't know what the size props are, but the wingspan on those is about 3 feet.
Chop somebody's head off with that.
That is a flying lawnmower right there. But they're expensive. They're about $1,000 to build. If that might be on the low end too.
I don't know whether you guys saw it. There was a news article this morning. I know I'm going to break the rules and talk drones. There's a mob in one of the Scandinavian countries have just announced a new prototype drone. It's only a twin rotor, twin 12-inch blades, but it's around the size of the average quad, and both of the blades are set up on a head assembly like a helicopter, and they're
It has wings like a plane.
Yeah, computer stable. Just two rotors inside a foam shroud, one in front of the other, and they're computer stabilized. But because they're 12-inch props, they get a much more lift than a standard quad, and because the battery only has to drive 2 engines, they're getting about an hour and 20 minutes duration on the prototype, and it's about the size of a Phantom.
Now are they mounted one on top of the other or are they like side by side? How does that work?
I haven't seen a picture, but I understand it to be side by side. Although you would think one above it, the other would make more sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, it would be interesting to see. That's for sure.
I would bring it up, but unfortunately, I'm still not particularly au fait on this business of minimizing one window and bringing up another on the iPad. I tend to cut myself all the time.
New iPad. If I didn't just get mine like a year or so ago, I'd be definitely considering it.
It's a good machine. Yeah, I have to admit. Bye,
They
Brendan.
did-
Take it easy, mate.
They say how much that thing would cost, Ari?
No, it's in prototype stage. They don't have a production cost for it as well.
Okay.
I'm just in bed, Val, and I haven't got my shirt on. You know, unlike certain people who remain unnamed, Paul Murray. You know, I've got more pride than the flash my moves.
No chicken dance.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. So that's it. Actually, guys, I'm going to have to go. I didn't charge the iPad again last night. It's getting low I tend to get tired and put it on the side of the bed's table and go to sleep and not charge it like an idiot. I'll catch up with you guys in the next day or so.
Okay, Ari, it was a pleasure talking with you.
So you gotta learn
You
to
too,
plug it in
mate.
after you finish masturbating, okay? Because
Oh,
No way!
See?
I paid
Val,
way too
go ahead,
much
yell
for
at
this
me.
ruining it.
that's it. I'm demonetized. I'm gonna slap myself in the hand. Bad, Nacho. Bad.
Yeah. Give yourself one for me. Yeah. Oh, thank you. All right, Val, you take care, darling. You as well, Kim and Brent, if you're still there, and Tom, you take care. And hey, have fun flying with Justin tomorrow, Kim. I would imagine that I hear that you had a ball FPVing with the guys up there at Roger Palooza, and I reckon that Justin would really be able to show you some stuff.
oh,
All right,
definitely.
guys, take care.
Take care, Ari.
Bye.
Val, if we go out to eat Monday, you're not gonna wrap my steak in lettuce, are you?
Well, if steak, you can wrap it in lettuce, but then wrap that in bacon and tie it up. Then you're good.
Oh, all right. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. So I've been looking at my planning my trip home, and I was thinking about going to Kansas City, and then I figured if I go to Kansas City, then from Kansas City I can go down and visit and do like a southern loop up.
Mm-hmm.
But it's already like a 3,500. It's already a 47-hour ride, and I'm starting to go. Oh, maybe I should just go home.
Oh, jeez, that's a hell of a ride.
Oh yeah, it'll be great. I'm taking all back roads to Val's though.
Did you actually invite Val in? I don't think she'll take you up on your offer. She's chicken. Bark, bark, bark.
She's got to go do her hair and makeup and find 4 or 5 pairs of glasses before she'll come in. But she doesn't want to support me. She doesn't want to come in here and be part of my bad language. You can just do this, Val. It works for me. Nothing. She left. She left with Ari. How many people? We have 7 people watching. I don't know who they are, but we have 7 people watching. I can't see on this whatever this is called. Freaking participants sprint ball. Nope, she's still here.
I can't believe I'm actually going to say this. Come on in, Val. I actually miss you.
That's what she was waiting for. No,
Yes, I do miss Val. She was good company.
I've talked to her offline, and she's not the same person. Ish.
Maybe a little bit.
Just tiny bit. There's definitely, how about this? There's definitely a different side to Val.
Yes.
That you don't see online.
This is true. And it's a good side.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
See, Val, I can be nice from time to time. But don't get used to it.
Don't get used to it. No, she's not here. She's gone.
Aww.
She's recording or she's doing something. But man, I'm like, I got 3 days of work before I go. My stuff's all packed. I couldn't work out my mic issue for my live stream. I have a solution, but I can't get the parts in time. So
is that you mean live stream as if when you're on your bike live streaming?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, you've heard it like when I'm on the show, and it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Furball, we're trying to convince Val to come on, but I don't think she's still in. She might have to. I don't even know if she has. Does she? I downloaded it, so it was no problem for me. Does she need a Steam Lab or whatever it is that you're using, StreamYard that you're using?
No. You just click on the link and go there. There's no download or anything. I mean, you just came in, right?
No, but I actually downloaded it to experiment.
Oh.
So I thought maybe it was easy for me because I had it.
I kind of like it. I just wish that I could use the high. I don't want to spend $25 a month on it. When I don't really have a show. I mean, I'm not really a live streamer. I'm more of I'm like Paul Murray Horish. I'll go on any show that has me, but to do my own show isn't really a thing.
Well, I'm still kind of a fan of Skype. I know people don't like it because it's bandwidth. It's a bandwidth monster. But the stuff I'm going to be doing with aerial views is going to be less panel stuff anyway, and it's going to be just he and I for the most part. So it works much better with OBS, as far as I know.
What I'm bumming about is Zoom, Hangouts, and I think even this works with my helmet communicator, and I don't have to do anything. It defaults to whatever microphone the phone is using.
Mm-hmm.
But the app that I use that lets me get around the 1,000 subs just to live stream from the road doesn't. I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, are you kidding me? It would have been so easy. It would have been perfect. And now I'm bumming.
Cam, you don't bore. Especially now, you're flying high, man.
You're like a freaking hero these days. I'm surprised you're in your room. I didn't think you were in your room since they left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, so she should technically Val say goodbye. Bye, Ari. See you guys later.
Oh, she did say bye.
Yeah. So she did leave. We're without Val. Watch, the count is going to go down to 0 now. I don't watch anymore. Val's gone. Oh, well. But I'm I'm in limbo. I should have done something today, but all I can think about is my brain is already into next week.
I hear you. I'm just trying to count the days till I'm done with freaking summer school.
When's that?
I got 2 weeks left, and then I get a couple weeks off before I go back to school regularly. I don't mind, I don't mind the routine of regular school. Summer school is kind of, I liken it to what I guess a woman goes through with pregnancy, where they have a baby and it's painful and they never want to do it again. Then a year later, they completely forget the pain. They're like, oh, I want another kid. Because every year I go through the same thing. Right about now, I'm like, why did I do summer school? And about 10 months from now, they'll ask me, "Hey, you can do summer school again?" I'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's not such a big deal."
Is it half days?
And rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat.
Is it half days?
Well, actually, that's why it's not such a bad deal, because it's Monday through Thursday, 8 till noon. So I have 3-day weekends, and I always joke and half joking. Some of it's serious. I get home and my wife and daughter are still asleep. So,
And it puts a little money in your pocket during the
yeah,
month.
yes, it does. Yes, it
Throw
does.
money. I can't believe Val left.
Yeah, she has some nerve. That's how I'm gonna have to have a word with her next time I see her.
I'm going to be going to dinner with her and what's his
Kevin, I think is his name.
Evan? Yeah, on Monday night.
Oh, that's cool. Have you decided where you're going? What you're gonna eat?
Meat.
Yes.
Hopefully. Meat. That's what it said. Take me. Where? She said. I asked her if she knew any place that has a good steak, and I think she said Ponderosa. Like, no.
We went. We went to.
to.
Yeah, we went to a good place with Mike Roche. I'm trying to think of the name of it by us, and I always get their filet, and it's unbelievable, unbelievable.
Like Longhorn Steakhouse, I think you guys went to.
I think it was Longhorn, and they do a pretty good job with their filet.
Let's find.
So-
Let's see. Let's go to Boise and see. I'm not even staying in Boise. I'm staying like half hour outside of Boise because I don't like people.
Hmm. I don't like people either. Hey, there you go. We have something in common.
Yeah, I prefer to keep my distance.
In fact, my daughter said to me, she goes, "How can you not like people? You're a teacher." I said, "That's easy."
That's why I don't like people.
I said, "Students aren't people. They're people in training. As soon as they graduate, then I'll hate them."
That's the spirit. They're people in training. Well, if you train them right, maybe they'd be nicer.
No, they're people. You can't take that out of them.
So do you print your own arms that you have to replace, or do you buy them?
Oh, I have to buy them because they're carbon fiber.
Oh, you
I
print.
Some people are telling me to print in carbon fiber. I'm like, how the hell do you do that? I don't know if they sell filament that can be melted like the filament I use in my 3D printer. Maybe you need a special 3D printer, and if so, that's probably very expensive.
Well, you know what you can do?
What?
You can make use the 3D filament to make the molds to lay your own carbon fiber.
That is possible. And what I'm thinking about doing is, I know my school has the ability to cut carbon fiber, so I can always buy carbon fiber plates and design a frame or arms and then have them cut them for me. So that's a possibility.
I've done some carbon fiber stuff in the past.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'd like to try it someday. It looks.
It's no harder than working with fiberglass, to be honest with you. You just need to make sure you squeeze the air out when you do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you can vacuum seal or whatever they do that.
Right.
I've seen them do it. I just don't have the equipment to do it.
I've seen people do it with Ziploc bags. So,
yep.
And a rolling pin. And just squish it between books and let it set.
There you go.
Make your own plate. I have a friend, like I used to be in the race business, photography, doing a track photography, and I know a couple of guys who make like high-end carbon fiber parts.
Mm-hmm.
Out in upstate New York, which is where you happen to be.
Whereabouts?
I don't remember. I just know their last name is Allred. And they're Ducati guys. I love their Ducatis.
Oh, yeah. Nice bike.
Yeah. I had a Ducati. I had a Monster. I liked it till it tried to kill me.
Couldn't that be?
Tried to kill me. It killed me, and they brought me back. So I don't do the race bike thing anymore. So
I always wanted to ride a motorcycle and never learned. And my best friend tried to teach me. And he sat there, and you familiar with the Yamaha VMAX?
I had two of them.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Now,
that's not a bike you learn on.
Yeah, not a good bike to learn on, right? It's one of the fastest production bikes. I believe it's shaft driven too.
Yes, it lifts up. The rear lifts up when you get on it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, well, he said to me, he goes, "You drive automatic manual transmission?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "It's the same thing." I said, "No, it's not." I said, if I'm not mistaken, the clutch and the clutch and the gas are switched completely, hand and foot. It's not the same. The muscle memory is totally different. He goes, oh, you'll be fine. So he takes me to an abandoned parking lot, and he says to me, whatever you do, don't pop the clutch. And I figured I got that because I know what could happen. So he puts me on his bike, and I had the helmet on, and I slowly let out the clutch. Before you knew it, I had it up on one wheel, and I started flying down, and and all I could think of was, I'm gonna die. So the only thing I could think of was I pulled the clutch in just so I could disengage it, so I could drop the freaking wheel. Did that because I wasn't going to slam on any brakes.
Like a mouse trap.
Yeah. So I pulled in the clutch, let it drop, then I slowly let go, and I coasted back, and I kept it in first. I think I may have switched it into second gear. Got back to him, got off. I put the kickstand down, got off the bike, took the helmet off, and I threw it at my friend. And I said, "You just about killed me." And you know what his only words to me were? He goes, "Yeah, that was almost the most expensive mistake I ever made." I'm like, "Gee, thanks." He goes, "At least you knew enough to stay in your seat when that happened." I'm like, there was no time to think.
Yeah. I used to love my VMAX. As a matter of fact, when I bought the BMW, I almost got a VMAX again. But
Really?
I won't get a VMAX as long as I'm traveling. I'd like a new one though. I would like a new one as my next bike. I think. I just love the fact that if you, like you said, let off the clutch slowly, you can wheelie. If you let out the clutch fast, you just spin up the back tire.
Mm-hmm. No, maybe I should have done that, huh?
Yeah, it does nice burnouts though.
I bet it does.
Got freaking pulls like son of a gun.
Yeah, so that cured me. I mean, I guess I could go back and try a better bike, but I'm at a point now where I'd rather spend my money elsewhere. Bikes seem nice. I think I would have liked it for a while, but
Kim wants you to turn the camera down, so because he's got his paper towels ready. He wants to watch you work on drones.
I'm actually putting the VTX. Oh wait, what I can do is this: switch cameras. Let's see. I got to figure this out now. Settings.
You should mount a little camera on the inside of your lamp.
There we go.
Whoa.
Is that better, Kim?
I heard a boing from the north, so yeah.
I'm actually putting the VTX in that we threw the antenna off of accidentally, of course. Oh, and by the way, Kim posted a video of me doing a walk of shame, and I have Kim on video doing the walk of shame, getting this quad when the antenna broke. I've yet to post Kim.
I was thinking of Kim today. I was watching a video on how to shoot thunderstorms, like photography. And the guy goes, and make sure you have a nice tripod because a tripod is a great lightning rod.
Yeah, right.
And I was thinking about Kim in the field with the crutch saying these things attract lightning. Because I have a feeling I'm not going to get the stars that I want. I'm going to end up getting like afternoon thunderstorms, and you know what? Make the best of it.
Yeah, right. Oh, I got to show Kim. I got to see where is that bad boy? I already ordered a backup for the backup, Kim, because shoot, what did I do with it? Maybe I already. Oh, there it is. Here is the receiver I hope to mount to this quad, Kim, that you can then use with your Taranis QX7.
Ooh.
Every quad he had only worked with this older kind of rudimentary. It was a good controller, but it's not the QX7. And hopefully we get it.
Time.
So hopefully this will get him up and flying. Now it's funny because we made so much. I don't want to say fun. I wasn't making fun of it. But he called this the tank quad. This is the one he said that Val could fly because it's coated in Kevlar. It's basically got so much duct tape on it. So it doesn't look like much. So we didn't think much of it. But you ask him. When I got this thing up in the air, I actually had more fun flying this thing in my own quads. This thing hung in the air like a freaking kite.
Is that his?
This is his, yeah. And this was a lot of freaking fun to fly. So yeah, I'm gonna test the crap out of it, Kim, if I get it running.
I wish there was. I know this is going to sound like a big. What's the word I'm looking for? Pussy. Yeah, that's the word. Pussy. I wish that it was like a DJI drone where when you let off the sticks, it just stopped and hovered, and then you can just you act when you want to, like the combination. So
You might. Well, here's the thing with most of the flight controllers and stuff, you can set it to stabilize, what they call horizon, and then acro. Stabilized, it flies like a DJI drone would. But if you let off it's more like a toy. If you let off the sticks, it will fall, but it won't flip or do anything. It stays pretty stable. You turn it into horizon, it'll stay horizontal. You can flip it and barrel roll it, but when you let off the roll, it'll right itself. So it's like halfway between acro and stabilized. Now there is a GPS on here. Now, I don't know if that would allow it to do exactly what you're talking about, but these boards have everything. You can get all kinds of telemetry and GPS. You may actually be able to develop it and design it so it will act like one, but I don't know enough about it. There's so much to these boards, it's way beyond my knowledge, that's for sure.
just like if I was going to carry a drone with me, I'd like to make sure that it's can do everything I need it to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to tell. I think you can get these to do similar things, but like it's beyond my skill level. But I'll tell you, if you ever get a chance to look at a video that was posted by Team Black Sheep, where somebody took video of the protests in Hong Kong, I think it was.
Yes, I saw that video.
That video, I mean, I'm not saying it's the wave of the future, but you will start to see more of that with smaller drones that are, that one, people were picking on the guy who flew it, but lo and behold, the drone was actually a small drone, lightweight, something that if you hit somebody with it, it wouldn't be as bad as one of these 5 inches. And if you read the comments, people are all over this guy, complaining about him breaking the law and flying quads over people. These people were having tear gas and rubber bullets shot at them. I don't think a little quad really was going to be that much of a difference.
Yeah.
But the dramatic footage that you can get with a quad, with an acro quad, it definitely sets a different tone. There's no doubt. So I think you're going to start to see a little bit more of that. In fact, I have a guy who's starting to take video of motocross racing, and he wants to get his 107 license. But in the meantime, he wants me to go and act as the pilot in command so he can make money doing it. He's got these. If you look at his channel, his name's Aaron at FPV, and he's got these motocross racers just beating his door down. They want him to film them next time they race. He can make a serious chunk of change doing it because it's so much different than.
I disagree, and okay. I disagree because as a person who used to offer media to motocross guys and road racing guys, they don't pay shit.
Oh, you're right. No, because they put all their money. No, I agree with you in that respect. They put all their money into racing. But I'm talking about if he makes $50 a pop and he's got like 10 of these guys,
Yeah, but they're not going to pay it. They're not going to pay it.
Well,
they're just
they don't get the footage. But
they all think they're stars and they want everything for freaking free.
Yeah, well, fair enough. I agree with you on that. And I agree that you can't charge them what you would charge, let's say, somebody for what is it, real estate footage or something like that. So you can't charge the same rate, but you can do if they pay. Big if, I get that because I have yet to meet these people. If they pay, you'll be making money in quantity, not necessarily, that's the only way I can see them doing it. So
yeah, no, they're my personal experience with those guys are that they're bums.
Kim says, "Holy crap! I think the front right prop is off balance. Very possible. It's got looks like what it has. Looks like it has teeth marks in it. It does. It really does. It looks like they're teeth.
So you think Roxy had something to do with it?
Yeah. No, these teeth marks are much smaller. They almost look like squirrel. But don't worry, Kim. I've actually already ordered props for it. So
you're spoiling that boy.
Well, no, I'm spoiling me. I'm going to be flying the shit.
You really like flying it.
It was a lot of fun. It really was. It was a different. It's a 4-inch, not a 5-inch. And when I do when I try to do an inverted yaw spin, I have to recover quickly or I hit the ground. I literally would say, "Watch this, Kim." I put it upside down. I'm like, "Look at this thing hang," and I would talk to him, and I could still talk to him, and I'm like, "Okay, I guess I better recover now." And this thing just literally hung in the air like a freaking kite. I couldn't get over how much hang time this thing had. So
I'm
dying to get it back in the air.
I'm watching these helicopter videos, not drones, but like these model helicopter guys doing these stunts. And the first one I thought it was all Photoshop weird, special effects.
You're talking about the 3D stuff?
These guys shooting like these model helicopters that are huge scale helicopters, and they're doing stunts in arenas and flying upside down and
it's almost it looks like it's almost impossible, like you said, Photoshop. No, that stuff is crazy hard to do and crazy dangerous because those things, especially the gas-powered ones,
right?
Ooh, could you imagine getting hit with one of those suckers? Oh,
you watch these guys doing it, and I mean, just amazing.
Oh, it's crazy. Control. Yeah, but they're also very expensive. Those things. But I'm not even gonna even touch those suckers. I'm happy right where I am right now.
I hear that.
Let's get this thing off.
Oop, he's gonna get it off. She said.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a better receiver on this. I hope to get, like I said, I may even get this thing up in the air tomorrow.
Bad prop and all.
Yep. Oh, heck yeah.
I know that I would be good at fixing those because I'm a fixer.
Mm-hmm.
I solder well. I used to do a lot of circuit boards for CB radios and other kind of radios, and electronics have been my thing since I'm a little kid. But
well, I mean, best thing was, and I'm sorry if I repeated this story multiple times. You may have heard it. When I first started getting into it, Louis P. Floyd, he was kind of my mentor through it all. And I'd been saving up. I'd started getting my goggles. I had my goggles and my controller long before. I had a drone to fly with it, and I was chomping at the bit to fly. So I said, what would be a good 5-inch quad to buy pre-made so I can start flying? The man, he just about started yelling at me. He's like, "You're not going to buy a freaking pre-made drone. You're going to build it. And the reason why you're going to build it is so when you break it, you'll be able to fix it."
And you will.
And it was a very sound piece of advice because within the first 4 flights, I had to fix it. Nothing major, but something went, and it was easy because I knew all the pieces and how they went together, easily diagnosed and easily fixed.
So what kind of camera, like you said, there's a lot of different kind of cameras. If you wanted to shoot, like if you wanted to make something that was that flew like a camera drone,
mm-hmm.
What kind of cameras can you get for them, or do you just start putting GoPros on them?
Well, the apparently the golden standard is something. It's called the GoPro Sessions 5, which I don't think they actually make anymore. But it looks,
I lost mine.
I'll show you. This is a GoPro Sessions 4. I buy them refurbished at about $100 a pop.
They're identical in shape and size. I had one and I dropped it in California. I was climbing on the rocks to try to get some video of some elephant seals, and I almost fell in, and I heard it go clink, 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 clink through the rocks with a couple lumps in the water.
Yeah.
It was already dark. I was like, I'm not getting that back.
Yeah. Well, the 5 has, I'm trying to think of what it's called. So it has some special smart or some special angle that gives you kind of like almost like a fisheye lens would. It rounds out on the sides and stuff.
Extra wide, yeah.
And people like that for FPV. And it's,
but they don't steer through it. They just shoot at that.
Right. Yeah, it's just automatic, I think. So apparently that's just a view from that is fantastic. So there's money to be spent on that. I'll show you. Let me see if I can pull the. Let's see, where is the carcass that I have to fix here? There it is. This one is fun to fly too, and I don't know. I don't want
to. Are those the body bags in the background?
These are the body bags. Yes, they are. Just so that I had little pieces I didn't want to lose. Yeah, Kim will recognize this. Here's another one. There we go. There's another piece right there. But this one here, I smashed a GoPro 4 Sessions 4. Didn't want to buy another one because again you have to buy them refurbished and they don't come around that often, and so I experimented with. I'm not totally disappointed with it. Let me pull this out. Come on, body bag's got it snagged here. But the camera on this has its own board. And I only have one camera on this now, and it's the one you see through in order to fly. And a lot of smaller ones are going to this. Well, they have to because they can't mount a GoPro to it because they're too small. But I don't know if you can see the camera on this. Let's see. It's got a little bumper I made with a 3D printer there. I don't know if you can see that thing right there. That actually shoots in 1080p, 60 frames per second. And the data is actually collected on the board that's mounted right down there. So I have a SD card that I pop in there. It starts as soon as I plug in the battery, which is nice, so I don't forget to hit the power button. And so now as I'm watching it, I'm seeing through the analog signal so I can fly in real time, but it's also taking the image and turning it into a high definition image. And it's not that bad. It really is good. So now I don't have this big honking camera on top, so there's not as much weight, and maybe that's why that the little quad here had such hang time. And I'll have to experiment with this guy, but I like that, and I may be using that the next time I break one of these high definition cameras. I may not replace it. I may just buy another one of these type of cameras. But again, a lot of people say, "Well, you don't want to see props in your video." Well, you know what? I kind of like seeing the props in a way, and it beats having two cameras, and at the price of almost $200, $60, you got one camera, does it all. So
when I got the Hero 7 after the 5 died, I fell in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised how small they are now.
Well, a lot of people mount those on quads as well. It doesn't have to be the cube shape. You'll see a lot of people put those on as well. So
yeah, but there's a whole bunch of stuff I want.
Yeah, well, that's it. There's the whole want and need thing too. That
I don't need anything.
I don't need anything, but I sure as hell want a lot.
Oh yeah, I hear that. It's freaking Ron Lockwood sent me a picture last night. Let me see if I can show you of where I'm going. This is like my holy grail on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
And let me get it opened, and it just killed me to see this picture. I don't know if it'll. Let's save it first. Save. All right, whatever. Look at this picture. This is the kind of stuff I've been shooting lately. Yeah, no, hold on. I gotta figure out how to get this to open the pre. All right. I just want to make it pretty. Not that I can do anything. And I'm sure this is stacked, which is something they do in photography, which I don't do, and I won't do because I'm a snob. Really? It's not showing up on the list. But you sent me this picture, which I can't seem to make happen. So, bring it into the same window as this. And share. Well, that works. No. Application window. That one. There you go. Look at this picture.
Oh, that's gorgeous. What camera are you using that with to shoot that with?
I didn't even ask him. It's definitely an SLR or mirrorless, but I'm pretty sure that this light down in the corner is actually the moon rising.
Mm-hmm.
This was shot a couple of days ago.
That's absolutely stunning.
Right. I've been doing a lot of this stuff, and what they do, what people are doing is they set up a tripod, and they take like 50 images, and then they use software to stack them
Hmm.
to bring up the lights and everything like that. And I just I'm kind of a semi-purist when it comes to that stuff.
I hear you.
I just can't bring myself to do it. But that's where I'm going. That's my big plan. I'm going to Val the first night, second night, middle of nowhere, third night here, and that'll be the new moon. So the moon will not come up that night. It's going to be super dark. That's Devil's Tower, like Close Encounter of the Third Kind.
Yep. Nice.
But he sent me that picture, and it just made me want to cry. It's like, so, I was feeling good about myself. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate it. But what are you gonna do? I took a few pictures like that this week, but nothing that beautiful. That's for sure. That's nothing I would.
Now, what would you shoot in that situation, or what will you be shooting in that situation?
I'm pretty sure my photo will be similar, but I won't stack it to. You know what I mean? The stacking thing is what I have against. And this picture, here's a picture. Let me get this. I'm trying to transfer a picture to my phone so you can see it. That went to the computer. This is one I took the other night, which I'm reasonably happy with. And this isn't stacked or anything.
Mhm.
So let's see. I'll get this up.
Yeah, I was a bit upset when I realized, because I used to do a lot of underwater photography and spent a lot of money doing that, and I was always trying to catch like beautiful shots, and you have to have the strobes angled right so you don't get any of
The red filters and all that stuff.
and you didn't want any of the stuff. You wanted the lights angled so you didn't pick any of the scatter with any particles in the water. You see all these beautiful shots that people have in all these dive magazines. We're talking years ago, so it's back then. It was like, how did they get such beautiful pictures? And I realized, oh, there's this thing called Photoshop. They're not pure pictures. Then I'm like, oh, I'm not impressed anymore.
I kind of feel the same way.
I tried to get the shots, and my shots were pretty good without it. But then when I started working with Photoshop, I'm like, oh, now I know why these guys have such beautiful shots, because they use Photoshop.
Pretty much.
Same thing with video. With all this color grading and stuff. You see all these beautiful shots, and I'm like, never thought I could get such beautiful shots. And I started working with LUTs. And I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Here's a shot I shot Monday night.
And oh, that's pretty. And what'd you use for that?
I used my new camera, the Canon M50.
Nice.
So, but and that's not as sharp as I want it to be. There's other ones. I just pulled one because it had a nice color to show you. But I mean, there are actually some better than that. And I know what I did wrong. Not that I did anything wrong. Not that I did anything hugely wrong.
There's always something you can do better. Is what
right. I know, and I worked it out. And I went out last night and shot some more just to practice because I want to be on it.
Right.
And I never really cared about Star Streak before, but I do now because the quality is that much better. And the exposures were just I was doing too long. I got to keep it down to like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. None of this 30-second stuff anymore. It's just kind of like you don't want to bump up the ISO. So, you want to keep the noise down. So you try different things. But I'm obsessed with that. And this is my ride home. It's going to be so dark every night. Thomas is back. He's shopping. Amazon. I bought something on Amazon tonight, Thomas. I'll show you what I bought since we're just hanging out on this really kind of no topic.
I did a lot of shopping today.
For Kim. Let's share that. And share. I bought this little tiny camera bag for $14.99. An Amazon Basic bag, just big enough.
That's not bad.
To shove a DSLR in, or to shove the Mavic Pro in when I go out someplace. Just something. So I don't like to have one big bag. I prefer little bag, like a bag for each piece, because I always have everything in the hard boxes on the bike.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually my camera is so small, but it looks like my like when I look at this picture here, and it shows. Now that's an L lens, that's one of the good lenses, the big lens, the 28 to 70, I think it is, or 28 to 70. And I have that lens at home. And it's a big lens. It's going to look like it's going to be giant on my little camera body, but it'll fit. If it fits in the bag, that'll be great because that'll be the lens I use the most.
I don't see why it wouldn't fit.
Well, like it's a small bag. I want to buy the smallest one. Like the kit lens that comes with it is 15 to 45. And I have a 17 to 35 that's real nice too. I have all these lenses that I haven't used in like 5 or 6 years, easy. And I can't wait to like get home and pull out all my good glass because all my stuff is pro level from when I was shooting professionally. I just got rid of the bodies because they were depreciating too quickly.
Mm-hmm. What did you shoot when you were doing professional?
Porn. No, motorsports mostly, but some porn. I would show you, but then I'm pretty sure I'd get in trouble on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But not porn, but suggestive nudes. I did work for all the strip bars in my area.
Mm-hmm. Promo shots, probably, right?
Yeah, a bunch of stuff for local magazine. Like The Weekend, stuff like that. Some stripper magazines too. Used a lot of my stuff. So everybody's like, "Oh, published." I got published plenty of times. Just always in rags. Wow, oh my God, I've been on for 2 hours. Holy smokes.
But so I think you should try for one of those 9.5 hour streaks, man. I'm kidding.
Hi, my name's Claude, and I'm gonna stream all night. Actually, I have to go to bed soon.
Whatever floats your boat, right?
I'm gonna be up at 5 in the morning.
I don't know how he does it, man. I give him credit because I couldn't sit there for 9.5 hours. I have a hard enough time sitting here for 2 hours.
My ass would hurt.
Well, my back would kill me.
Yeah, it was cheap, right? That camera bag's cheap. It's got a plastic bottom, like to protect the lens. So what the hell? What the hell? And it's small enough that I can maybe even just wear it when I ride, so I can pull my camera out fast, or just it'll fit in any of my boxes without taking up the whole box. I have a beautiful backpack that I have at home that I don't take with me because the backpack takes up a whole side of my bike, the whole box.
Mm-hmm.
But when I go on assignments and I fly, I take that because I can put the body, I can put the lenses, I can put the Mavic, everything goes in there. It's like one big photography bag. I can fit it all in there. Don't want to carry it all. It's heavy, but you get what I'm saying.
I might be able to plug this puppy in soon.
Oh, Kim will pass out if he hears fire up.
You hear the tones, the right tones, that is. I do have to see about making a better placement for the camera, but that can wait. I want this thing to fly first. Then I'll worry about cosmetics and visual stuff.
Let me look it up. I'll look it up for you there, Thomas. I'm not sure off the top of my head. It's a low pro, but I don't know which one. Let me have that one listed up there. Nope. I bought it on Amazon because I wanted it fast. I bought it when I was in Alaska because I didn't like I bought it for Alaska. It's actually not a big bag. I've had big bags. I wanted something that was carry-on.
Mm-hmm.
So, because nothing like them telling you, "Oh, I'm sorry that you're that on the plane. We're just going to throw it underneath the plane." No, you're not. No, I'm sorry, you're not. Huh. Why is it not showing up? Camera, oh, I'm going to search. It might be because I bought it so long ago. Camera back. No?
Sure, I have an antenna on this thing. Am I taking the props off for safety?
He's so funny.
He is so funny. Yes, he is. I should, but I won't. It's only a 4-inch. I should. That is the proper way to do. I'm not going to spin it up just yet. I just want to make sure that I've got signal and the tones and everything. He's right. I should take the props off. But I shouldn't have to really mess with the motors. I just have to make sure that I have video and I can set up this. We can find it out what the hell it is. That's the problem with me. When I build and I fix, I make a complete mess of everything.
Good
I've
for
been at
you.
this for a while. There it is. Under the paper, of course. Where's my smoke stopper? That's not 100% guarantee, but we're going to put it on anyway. Okay. Better get some Fat Shark set up here.
Okay. I found it.
What'd you find?
The bag that I have for. I'll put the link in the description there, Thomas. And what does it cost now? It doesn't even say anymore.
Now, Furball, I tested flying it. I didn't test to see if it was connected. Yeah, I had to go chase the thing. I was in my socks. I took it. I took it off, and it was. I don't know if it was an Acro or Horizon. That sucker took off, and I had to ditch it and go catch it through the bushes. There, it was kind of funny.
I'm kind of confused. Where's my freaking? I can't find the. I think I closed the window for. We're still online, so I don't get it.
So here goes everything, Furball. Let's see if I get. Oh, I'm so nervous to do this, but I'm going to do it.
Safety second.
Oh, we got good tones. Let's see if I got a video signal. I got a. Oh, you know what? It helps if you take the lens cap off.
That usually works.
Oh, Kim, man, nice picture. I think we may have a worker here. I just have to pair it to my Tyrannus and fly it. But it looks good. I'm getting signal, which means that this VTX is working. And we're good. I think we're gonna be good. First time I work at something that's outside the equipment that I've ever used.
I like the Fat Sharks. I don't know why, but
Do you wear contacts?
no glasses.
How bad is your vision?
Pretty bad.
Well, you can put diopters in them and stuff. Mine's pretty bad too. I don't know. I've never tried it, so I do a little research on that. That's what they told me. They said if you want the full immersion feeling, that's what you want to, that's what you want. But
Well, I'm pretty sure I would throw up in my freaking Fat Sharks with the full immersion.
oh, it's actually not that bad because I used to do The Sims a lot, and I used to get migraines. But I think that's mostly because I'm staring at a really intense screen. It's not like that in the goggles. It's much better.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I hope to be testing it tomorrow, Kim. Now this is the pain in the butt. It's having to. I gotta set this thing up. Let's see.
This is make Kim cry. Sorry, stop that. Kim's like, what? I don't want to see that bag. You sent for the link. He can look himself.
Let's see. Page. Oh, do that. I'm just gonna use the same model that I have for all my other ones. Page. Oh. Little tripping. Stupid little buttons that are so hard to see and press. And now you got to press the button and plug her in at the same time, which is always a challenge. I think.
Please don't chop your fingers off during my stream.
No, not. It's...
On the other hand, well, if you're gonna chop your fingers off,
Let's So let's unplug her and plug her back in. I have a blue light and a blinking red light. I don't know if the blinking red light is a unsuccessful bind or not, but we'll find that out soon enough in beta flight.
Gave you the whole window. Make him happy.
Oh, jeez. You won't be able to see the beta flight part of it, but I'm plugging her into beta flight now. And let's see, do I have, let's connect. Ports UART3, I think is correct. See the prop. Perhaps it might be just bent. You know how I fix that? I bend it right back. It's highly technical. Let's see, receiver. And let's see. No, I don't have a connection yet. So I'm going to have to rebind her. So, yeah, I knew that yellow flashing. Well, she's not lit anymore either. That's weird. Oh, because there's no power. Actually, it should power the. Maybe I have to plug her in. Oh, I have to change this. I believe it's supposed to be TAER. Save. And I'm going to rebind, I guess. This is where a second set of hands is always useful.
And Val hanging over your shoulder telling you what to do.
Well, you know, she did teach Kim and I everything we know.
I know.
It's just funny about that. No, nothing yet. Come on, baby. Oh, solid red light.
Good.
That's promising. Oh, I think I have to unplug her and plug her back in. Then once I do that,
So all the little music means different things, right?
well, there's two sets of tones that go off. One has to do with having the receiver plugged in, and one has to do with the VTX, which is what sends the signal back to your goggles and whatnot, plugged in, and that's always good. And now it's not doing it again. Okay, so I'll get this sucker. I will. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I did wrong. I have to do that. Didn't set the transmitter to bind. I'm not getting that green light. It's the damn button's so damn small. I don't know if I have it pushed all the way. That's the problem. There we go. Come on. Okay, now I got a green light and no red light. That could be promising. Come on, baby. Why are you disconnect here? We have to do calibrate accelerometer, receiver. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. Ports setup, configuration, and nope, it's set up to that. No, it is set to that. I was hoping that wasn't the issue. D shot should be D shot. No, one shot 125. That's got to be the speed. I can't mess with that because that's recognized as ESC. Can't mess with that. Well, the good news is I think she's bound properly. Yeah, we did have the same trouble. Worried about modes. You don't have to keep me on the screen because he can't see any of the.
Oh no, he will kill me if I take you off the screen. Yeah. I could scratch my nose and drink and not worry about anybody going, what are you doing? Do you have the Fat Sharks on? Is that with green wire running up to your head?
No, that's my headset.
Oh.
I don't have any speakers or microphone to my computer other than this.
Gotcha. Like all the tape on that bad boy.
Could be what I have it soldered to. Receiver. Oh, this could be where I have this thing soldered to, but could be mistaken. Let's try soldering it to that different pad. That could be the issue.
Yeah, I figured I'll wait until we have like success or complete failure and then end the stream there.
Oh, so all the pressure's on me now. Is that what you're telling me?
No. It's on Val. She taught you.
Oh, okay. That's fine then.
Kim for breaking the shit in the first place.
Oh, I did my fair share. My fair share. No doubt. I did my fair share. Okay.
He's like, damn right.
Okay, so that's not it either. You know what? Let me go to this guy. Let me dump. It may be possible that this receiver doesn't match with this, but I don't think that's the case. LUXF. I'm going to have to. me do a Google search on this. YouTube University to the rescue.
Yeah, the Matrix. Just plug that spike right in the back of your head and figure out what's going on. All right. Meanwhile, excuse me. I can't find my mouse. Moved myself. Here I'm back. I removed myself for some reason. I don't know why I'm getting, but I banned myself. Let's make him laugh. We'll
Okay.
make him laugh.
What I need to do is shoot. What's the name of this receiver again? Everybody's got all their stuff memorized, and they say, "What do you got on your quad?" I'm like, I don't know. Like I just said, it's the same thing over and over again. FR Sky RX SR receiver 2 and paste.
I think I spelled that wrong. No, I spelled it right. It doesn't look right. Just okay. Shit.
I wonder. Put that. Maybe it needs a different.
Is that better, Kim? How do you like that? Do, do, do.
Let me try this. Nope. I was hoping that was going to be the case.
Kim likes that. I changed the Thursday night autopsy dash Kim's victims because yeah. See this. I know everybody's really loving Zoom right now, but for free, this thing you can't really argue how this.
I'd probably go to this if I had to go to a platform. At Zoom, I think you could only have one for free, and then I think it's even limited time. I'm not so sure.
No, the problem with that, you can't live stream directly onto YouTube.
Oh, okay.
With the free version, you can live stream. You can have meetings, but you can't live stream unless you pay for it.
Oh, okay.
There's comments. When the dronies hit the floor. When the dronies hit the floor. As opposed to bodies.
There's the one. Here's the actual flight board that he's got. Specifications. It should work. It should connect to it. I just don't know if I have it soldered to the right part. Pretty sure that should be the case. S-Bus PPM. No, it's got the S-Bus.
Oh man, that's horrible spelling. It doesn't really matter there if they limit the time. I don't do marathons normally.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard them say on CloudStream, this is beta version at the moment. Yeah, it is, and you know, I'm sure it's going to be like all beta software. Well, not all beta software, because some beta software really sucks. But I'm sure it will. It'll just turn into this gutless thing that you have to pay to get any details out of. Like, and this has so much potential, but and you know what really bums me out is that it went from like 15 a month to 20 a month. Now it's 25 a month, and I'm like, I didn't pay for any of it.
Uh-huh.
But I like it, but I don't like it that much. I'll pay 15.
Yeah.
Get all these messages. Yeah, so I don't know. But I paid for Zoom just to play with it for a month. I have to make sure I get on there and disconnect it. But I didn't want to disconnect it until I got home.
Uh-huh.
It hasn't been a month. It's only been like a week. But just because, and if they say, why are you disconnected? Because I like the features of this. If it was $15 a month, I would pay $15 for a month for this. But I'm not paying 25. Yeah, this is. I keep on reading. I keep on reading Thomas's last line and saying the same thing over again. Yes, this is the beta version. I wonder what they're charging now. If it's up to more. I got an email because that's funny. I go on the page and they say it's this much, and I went, well, I don't want to pay 20.
Right.
And then I get an email saying now it's 25, and I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
definitely not paying 25. I could see if I was somebody like Roger, doing a show every single day like that.
Yeah, that's me too. I don't do it nearly enough to justify it.
And Roger doesn't use any graphics, but still, you can have a Canadian home drone hub banner across the bottom at least, like what I'm doing now with this stupid Thursday Night Autopsy.
Yeah.
I mean, just something minimal. So, or when somebody says something good, you click on you click on their thing and it shows them on the screen. I think that's kind of neat. Like Thomas said, so I heard them say to Clutch this beta version, you could just show somebody if somebody says something good or a link,
Right.
or see Furbol's logo is in it. I mean, that's nicely done. I'm kind of curious. When I end, I'm going to end this in a weird way. I'm going to leave the studio, and I'm kind of curious if the broadcast will end, because there's a separate button for ending the broadcast and then there's for leaving.
Mm-hmm.
See, there you go, Kim. You're making you famous. So the 4 people that are here will go, that's Furball Kim. And I think that's a neat little feature. It's cute. I mean, for people who aren't really serious about it, this is not really bad. The feature that I would love, there's a whole section called branding where you can add your logo, but you can't do that unless you upgrade. And that's the thing. I would love to be able to make like an overlay and do something, clean. And are you giving up?
Yeah, I'm more or less. I'm pretty much at a standstill. I might have to call in the hired bigger guns on this one.
Lewis.
Yeah, pretty much. He knows. I got him on speed dial. He's good about it.
All right. Well, then maybe we should end on that note, just because.
Kim, I haven't given up yet. I'm going to work on it some more tonight, but tomorrow I'll get Lewis on the horn. He'll get this going if I can't.
Don't blame me, Kim. Yeah, I have Zoom too, but I'm using this just because I'm running a beta version of Mac OS, like the newest version, like 13, whatever, and Zoom won't run on it. So I felt like doing something, and I didn't feel like going crazy. So I decided just to throw this up because we're just hanging out. We're not really doing anything. Just nobody. It's because we're grown-ups and we're busy. We have no time to socialize other than electronically. So
wait, we're grown. We're
well,
grown-ups.
we're grown up. We're not going to grow up.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You know what I mean? We got bigger.
I'm older, but I'm not grown up. How's that?
Fair enough. All right. Maybe I should just find a cool name. The No Topic Show. We don't know shit about shit show. The
Right.
shit show. Nacho Shit Show. Brought to you by. I can't think of a name for toilet paper. Charmin. There you go.
Yeah, right.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks
Take
for
care.
coming in.
Talk to you later, Kim.
If I was monetized, I'd be thank you, but I'm not, so I don't really care. No, just kidding. Thanks for coming.
Have a good night.
We are out.
Okay. Well, Nacho, thanks for having me in, man.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Thanks for coming.
No problem. I hope you didn't mind the quad talk. So
Nah, I didn't mind. We already said the bad words. We got those out of the way. Even Val came in. Wow.
yeah, I know that was kind of cool.
All right, night.
Have a good night, man.